We've mentioned throwing it back.
Of course.
Bussing, creeping.
Yeah. Welcome to the team, the squirters. And I know Will hates a squirter.
See, you know what? Every now and then, I like a squirter because it reminds me I have to squirt.
When I do squirt, I like to squirt intermittently.
Hello and welcome to the 38th C.R.E.A.M podcast, the Cars Rule Everything Around Me podcast. Now, at the beginning of every single one of these podcasts, we ask ourselves, do cars rule or ruin everything around us? Benjamin, I'm going to let you kick things off because I think you might be the biggest.
Can we preface for a second?
No.
How hot is it in this room?
It's 33 or 34 degrees in this room right now.
Oh my God.
In the UK, which before already people are going to start commenting. I've lived in 78 degrees Celsius for the last 70 years and it's nothing. Keep it down. Keep it down. It's hot here. It's tough. Today's tough.
It's different heat.
The UK is not built to deal with it.
No.
Well, you both went away last week to Europe.
Hot places.
And hot places. And do you feel worse here?
Yeah,
or worse
I
feel much worse.
But anyway, so today may be a little bit delirious and
shiny.
a little bit shiny. But Ben, a rule or ruin?
Oh, it's a big old ruin.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, it's a gearbox size one. I remember.
Would you like to tee up the preamble? Because I think we might have mentioned it on one of the last podcasts.
We did a track day at Landau. We did it about a week ago.
Coming up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, a while ago, before you guys went away. It was a great day.
Great day.
Everyone from the whole multiverse of channels was there. We had a great time. And we all thought, let's take our personal cars out. And I thought, you know what, my underdeveloped 23-year-old mind said, off goes the Clio onto the track. And you know what? It was great fun.
And you know what? Pop goes the weasel.
And yeah, well, no, it's okay. So the car was fine. It just understeers like crazy on track, but whatever. It's quite fun. Driving home, just now, every time I lift off the accelerator, there's a nice big click. And then I was like, oh, that's fine. And then drove home. It's like 70 miles home. I was like, that's great.
Now, was it worth it?
No.
Because there is an elephant in the room that we need to address.
Nope.
So. No, Ben.
It wasn't worth it. Sorry, it wasn't worth it at all.
No,
basically,
it's positive for you.
This was this happened before the Clio stuff happened. I went into the I thinking, I can't wait for the podcast. I can't wait for the podcast. Had to wait 10 days for this.
Now, why? What is it?
So on the track day, we did our own cars, and then at the end of the day, there was the Audi TT, which Alex and that lot built, and everyone said, let's all do 2 laps in that car, and we'll see just who's quickest.
Who's quickest?
And I wanted to not be slowest.
Okay, you said this. You might have even said that on the podcast. I think
I wanted to not be slowest. I just wanted to just have a nice time and not be the slowest. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this.
Now the best thing is, from my perspective, I had to leave early. I left just past lunchtime, so I had to head back this way and sort a load of stuff out. And I got a message that just said, well, and with a photo attached. And I thought, oh, what's this from Ben? And I clicked it, and it's in our group chat, and it was a list of times. And what were the times, Ben?
Well, I don't know the exact times, but all I know is that mine was a shorter time than Will's time. That's interesting.
Now, but Will, I let the defence, the prosecution has spoken, let the defence speak. You're not happy with the timing?
I'm not happy at all. It's a setup, is what it is.
It's not a setup.
But the story is lovely.
Okay. It's a Netflix movie waiting to happen.
I'm not going to let the truth get in the way of a really nice story. But the fact of the matter is, timing just simply wouldn't stand up.
Why?
Because it was filmed by editor Mike by his thumb.
Okay, so editor Mike basically stood on the start-finish straight, and as he flew past, he would tap the stop. Now, to be fair to Mike, I'm not just saying it because this benefits me. Genuinely,
he's got a reliable finger.
Genuinely,
is that what you're going to say?
Crazy. Genuinely,
he's rapid with that thumb.
He actually was on it. I could see him really. He was locked in.
So how do you? Sorry, well, what? How are you calibrated?
He was timing
as well?
other people.
No, Ben calibrated it.
But what's the?
Ben calibrated Mike's finger.
So
how did you look at other people and go, "Fuck it, he's good at that"?
But it was the way that he was like. You could see the second they came over, he was like locked in on them coming down the straight, and the second they came over, he tapped it. And okay, Will's logic here is that Will's logic is that apparently he could have been quicker than me by a few milliseconds because Mike's finger might have been slower. But with that logic, you could have been... No, with that logic...
a few milliseconds.
With that logic, you could have been a second slower, I could have been a second quicker, and the gap would be bigger. Exactly.
I just want the truth.
That is the
truth. Now, problem number 2, and you're going to use this as well because you're just wrong. That when I got my go in the car, it had been Bonnie Blued.
Oh,
like 15 people had been on it in that car already that day in absolute raging heat.
Yeah.
And then it was my go, and the thing was running out of fuel. So I was coming down the main straight, I was coming down the main straight, and also in a lot of the corners, and it was just going.
No, you didn't say it on the corners. You said it was the final straight.
I swear to God, round the second, and in the big final corner, it was just like fuel starvation like mad. And then down the straight, I was probably doing 35 miles an hour.
And I received the car showroom fresh, did I?
Yeah, because you were 4 cars before me.
No, I did 1 lap because the car overheated.
I did 1 lap.
The car overheated when I did it. I only did 1 lap in the end.
Yeah, but you got 1 solid proper lap in
No,
the
I
car.
didn't, because it was doing what you did with you.
Nah,
where it was,
not true.
Now, what this sounds like to me is
the
a
wheels
rematch.
slow on
No,
track?
No, I want a rematch in the same machinery, not a deteriorating automobile that's being ravaged by everyone. I don't want that, and I want it timed properly. Either I want proper laser. I want a man with a watch. I want someone timing that shit big time. I want sectors.
Okay.
I want everything.
Here's what I can do.
Or just put it in the edit.
No, here's what I can do. So the issue we have is that my lap was actually recorded on the GoPro.
And
so we have that, and we can time it accurately from the time, but Will's wasn't. But what we can do is we can calibrate Mike's thumb. So we can take my lap, we can work out my exact time from the video, and then cross-reference it with what Mike got with his finger. And if it's very close, or if it's the exact time, that is to me is evidence enough.
How do I then Mike didn't make a mistake and didn't admit it?
You don't know that that's the correct. That's also the same for Will.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it's reliable then, because he's clearly good on the old stopwatch.
Oh, okay. But there's human error is always a factor.
Yeah, of course there is.
Pilots will tell you
that's
that.
all we can do. Will's going to keep crying about it because
I am, because it's not.
It was amazing.
No, if anyone, so this was on Alex's second channel video where there were clips.
Now hold on.
There's a clip.
This is what I was going to say. The reason. Now we all took this. I came back from holiday thinking, wow, Ben the race car driver.
Yeah,
Ben the type of guy to be a secret, a snake in the grass. But then the video came out, and there was a shot of Ben driving, and it was interesting to be sure.
I said I never once claimed I was good. My technique was correct.
It was bro works for Chubb the way that Locke's coming in and out here.
It doesn't matter.
What actually happened? Kind of crazy.
What actually happened was
Loch Ness monster.
I haven't seen it. I quite like to see the full GoPro clip of the whole lap, because in this one shot, there's basically Landau is a big old oval effectively, and there's
much like most circuits.
Yeah, it's a circuit. It goes round. And you end up back where you
It's
started.
really weird. I started at the same place I finished.
not every track is an oval.
No, yeah, no,
I guess what goes around comes around on most tracks.
You know what?
Corma will get you.
Okay, but on Landau there's like a bit. It's called the bus stop, I believe. And you go. And
yeah, coming into the bus stop, I was about 2/10 quicker than
basically it's like an oval.
He names corners.
You come off the straight and you go
into the corner.
You go left into it, and then it's quite tight round to the right, and then you come back out left again. Now what I did was I went into that like an idiot, a bit too quick. So what I had to do was overcorrect and basically go full lock with understeer. Okay. Now what I failed to realize was that because it then goes the complete opposite direction on the way out, is that I'm going full lock one way. I need to now turn the other way, so I must now go the other way full lock. And in the clip, I'm fighting for my life in that thing.
Bro's going for it.
I was stunned, and in that moment, because when we were watching you, Ben, and this was in your Clio going around. Because you were coming past us on that straight into, is that, I don't know if that is
that's the bus stop.
Yeah, that's the bus stop. Yeah, sorry, Ben knows it well because he's racing driver.
He's the fastest man on the track.
Yeah, he's the fastest man in the world. He's the fastest man alive.
I don't claim to be quick.
But the heel and toe
it was
that you
lovely.
were doing was,
I'll tell you what, Ben,
absolutely stupendous.
It was simply lovely to see.
And I was proud. I was like, you know what? That's our guy.
The thing is,
that's our boy.
Yeah, but you know what? He's going for it.
That's our editor out there. And then you went and snaked me.
No, sorry. Okay, also, a little preface as well, is that Audi TT, that first lap you saw, was literally within 30 seconds of me ever stepping foot in that car.
Right,
I hadn't ever driven the car.
Big flex,
sorry.
Just so you know,
been coming out with do you think I've been doing 24 hours of Le Mans?
You're saying my Clio, I drove it better. Yeah, it's my car. Whereas the TT, I'd never driven that car before, so I got no idea.
Ooh, of course.
He's just flexing on you even more. Well, just so you know, I just beat you without ever driving that car before.
I've never driven that car before.
I had never driven the car before, so I didn't know. I couldn't hear and turn
Do you know what? You had more track day experience that day.
Well, we'll get onto that. But basically, and you can tell Will's upset because he keeps mentioning it. And he keeps going, I don't care. But because
I care.
Oh, okay.
I actually care. It's a slight on my name.
I would like to do a real track day where we have the same decent car. It has
Not
time
that
to cool.
TT.
No, we have the same decent car, and we can cool down. The car can cool down. It isn't overheating.
You can cool down.
Yeah, well, Will needs to cool down after his rage of losing again. Everyone listening, he's currently staring at me with anger.
So overall, Ben, it's a rule?
No, overall it's a ruin because my Clio needs a new gearbox.
Because of said track day.
Because of track day, yeah. So
it's not even the pride of being the fastest can can make
It was. I was so happy. And then, so for people who don't know, Clear 182s have a gearbox made of a very soft French cheese.
Yeah.
And you get one of the symptoms you have of these gearboxes going, right, is that when you're on the big revs and you change gear, you get a little crunch.
To third gear.
And I've had that since I've had the car, which is fine. I knew it needed doing at some point.
Previous owner was thrashing it
I
around.
know, idiot. I'm going to actually take it back to him.
Slamming it.
Buyer's rights. And then on the track day, I was really going hard on the brakes, hard on the corner. And I think I've exasperated that to a degree where now it might need a new gearbox. So it's currently actually off having the big belt job done on it.
Lovely.
Cam belt stuff, which it needed doing. So
Only a little bit overdue.
Yeah, only like a year and a half overdue, so it's fine.
Sort of 7 years.
Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, we'll ignore that. But yeah, so that's being done by a specialist now, and he is going to assess the gearbox and tell me
And see.
just how bad it is.
Hey.
And I thought, you know what? Sorry, last thing I'll say. I thought, I'll take the gearbox out. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then I went on YouTube, I typed in how to remove Clear 182 gearbox, and the thumbnail of the first video said, this is the worst thing I've ever done.
Nice.
So
No, Ben, it can't technically be a ruin yet because you don't know.
it's a ruin.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, this podcast is sponsored again by Febby Bilstein. This is a brand you will have seen many, many times on the podcast, but also predominantly on our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Top dead center, 2 dead center. We have used tons of Febby and Blueprint parts.
Yeah, we've used them on all of the cars, not just at Top Dead Center, but even before, from when we worked on our own cars. We've been using Febby stuff for years. On my early days of BMWs, they have been the go-to for OE matching quality parts. These days, we've used stuff on the Cayenne, on the Merc E55, on the Jag. Lots of stuff came from the Jag.
So Febby have partnered with us for the next year and are going to be supporting all of our upcoming projects. So the VX220 here, the TVR, literally, we just put our plate into the parts finder here and it just comes up with tons of different parts. And that's everything, even Japanese and Asian brands like the 350Z I had before, the Starler, any cars like that, they've got Blueprint.
And I've pulled up the Febby parts finder. I've put in the plate from my new Evo 1, and it has just got lists and lists of brand new OE matching quality parts, not only in Febby, but you can also click across to Blueprint and get a matching Blueprint part for the Asian manufacturer cars. They make so many parts. None of them are reconditioned or refurbished. They are brand new OE matching quality parts.
So without the actual price tag of buying something brand new from a manufacturer, and all of the parts are available at the usual places you would regularly just buy your parts from anyway, so it's not like they're hard to find.
You can find them on eBay, you can find them on Autodoc, wherever you want, wherever you like to buy your parts, they'll have Febby.
And every single part comes with a 3-year warranty. If there's a problem with it or it doesn't fit correctly or anything like that, you've always got that comeback that they're going to back you up with it.
So thank you very much, Febby, as always. Genuinely, one of our favourite brands. We love you. Will?
It's a ruin.
It's a ruin.
It's just a ruin.
What is that?
1, I've been snaked by Ben. I've been snaked by Mike. And my name is in the mud right now.
Pure
But it's
skill issue.
fine. It's fine because Cornwall will get you.
Yeah.
And then also because at that same track day, the Megane decided to do half a lap and then lose all its brakes, which is always nice when I've been trying to fix everything on that for the last however long, couple of months. And then at its biggest day, it went half a lap and went, you know what? I think no brakes.
You know what? Ben punched you while you were down.
He did. Yeah.
I was actually in the car with you when the brakes went.
Yeah. It was, and I should have come off a bit earlier on those laps because it went super soft halfway in.
Is that where we almost actually came off the track at one point?
No, that was when
Wow.
I
Ben,
went super soft.
That's crazy. Ben went, I wouldn't have done, I would have turned in a little bit earlier there. I would have,
Sorry,
Is that when you missed that apex?
there was a bit down at the bottom of the track which they literally said is gravel and it's like
At
sketchy.
Glue Pot.
Oh, okay. Who's naming corners now?
I think it's
and
Glue
it's this big, like, quick corner. And the guy literally said the briefing. He said, "Yeah, you need to be not go too far left on that because you will die and there's no runoff.
Yeah.
It's caravan park is the runoff." So, and me and we were in the car, and I actually think you were scared for a sec. Will you admit it?
No, she wasn't.
So injury.
No, I didn't think it wasn't bad enough that it looked like I was going to crash. I was like, I'm going a bit wide here.
There were streaks.
Oh, but by you?
A little bit of me, a little bit of Will.
Interesting.
There's a photo that Mike took, and it's Ben holding onto the handle.
Oh, yes. I will.
I'm not going to roll around in the car.
I will quickly pull it out. But so overall, it's a ruin because
I was
the
ruined
Megane.
because the Megane, and then I basically did. We were there first. You went out first. I went out second. And I was like, great. I've got some laps in. I'll get some laps in early. And then the Megane was unusable for the rest of the day, so I got to watch everyone else have great fun driving around the track all day. And then I had to drive that car 3 hours home, which was the sketchiest drive I've ever done. Probably shouldn't have done it really, but didn't know how else. Because I found, again, I had to use all the brake pedal. I had to get hard on the brakes just to stop.
Benjamin holding on for dear life. On the screen is Will in the Megane, absolutely sending it down the road.
And then, when I did brake hard, like actually hard, the car would veer left. So,
Which is nice. That's what you want from
which is really
brakes, isn't
comfortable.
it?
So that car is now at home untouched, and I'm very cross with it.
And sorry, there might be another red car that could be a ruin for you as well, right? Perhaps today's progress.
Oh, the
yes, that
VX220.
was not so fun.
The VX220 is supposed to be on its way to being fixed, and we've started nothing from it. I hate cars.
Yeah.
Cars, you know,
There you go.
so cars ruined.
Cars,
Everything
solid
around
cars ruin.
you. For me, it was a rule on the track day. Even though I had to leave very early, just from going through this album, I did manage to get one thing done, and that's on the screen now, which is
nice.
still one thing I like to do. Which is doing big old dirty duggets and skids in the M3. So I got to do that, drove it home, and it was a rule for that. There's also another rule, which I don't want to spoil it. Well, it's a rule and a ruin. I'm going to overall call it a rule. The Evo. It's positive in some ways. The other ways it's not positive, I would say. Will, you saw the oil that came out the sump. What would you...
I wouldn't really call it oil.
No, like algae.
Sort of like pond.
Yeah,
Pond
it's not great. But overall, I'm going to call it a rule because I'm excited by that. You'll see that video in a few weeks. It might be soon.
Positive news.
Positive news-ish.
Good news.
So, shall we? We've got lots of anecdotes because we've been away for a few weeks. Thank you for listening to the Supercar Driver and bearing with the audio in that one. We listened back to it. It's not the greatest, but hey, there were cars and we were excited.
Hey, is either that or you didn't get one?
Exactly. So, what anecdotes have we got? Where are we starting?
We do have some news because things have happened. It's been like 2 weeks basically since we last filmed one. Corvette ZR1X.
There is a Corvette ZR1X, and it is 1,250 horsepower.
Which is ridiculous.
Absolutely
I believe,
ridiculous.
and again, welcome back to my forum of the misinformation. I very briefly researched it. I believe it is partly hybrid.
Wow, okay.
So is that how
It's like the E-Ray mixed with Z06.
electrified front
F1.
axle.
Don't know what it is.
Oh, so it's full drive. So that's why it accelerates like an absolute, like a scolded cat.
It does look
Now,
cool.
the ZR1 is... what 0 to 60? That was already a 2.9 or something?
2 point something. This is under 2 seconds. There is an asterisk though.
Sorry?
Under 2 seconds.
Under 2 seconds.
Under 2 seconds, and the quarter mile
Here we go.
Under
Sure, it's not an 8. Surely it can't be an 8.
under 9 seconds.
There's no way. An 8-second factory car from... That's crazy.
There's an asterisk next to all of them. I need to find out what.
It says brackets made up by Ben. Brackets Ben's misinformation of the week.
This is, we hope.
If that is under 2 seconds, then like not 60, then surely that would be the quickest accelerating non-fully electric car. Like
I'm not sure.
It's a hybrid, so
I
it's
don't
not,
know,
it's not
yeah.
fully combustion, but surely
that is crazy. I like that Corvette. You know, Corvette has always been pretty up there with, you know, the C6 ZR1. It's nearly the most powerful production car, all that sort of stuff. But it's still, you wouldn't call it a hypercar. And then meanwhile, they just came out with the C.R.E.A.M and went, you know what? We're just going to be better than all of you. We're just going to be the biggest. We're the biggest boss. It's Rick Ross.
The biggest boss. But we're going goddamn fast. 1,250 brake horsepower.
Huh?
I don't know what it is about that. I just don't like the way it looks.
I do like the way, not that as much, but I like the ZR1 that they released. That looks cool.
I have a picture here of one without the wing.
Yes. So I was looking at this before in the ZR1. There are different packages that you get. So there's like a base package that looks without the wing, that looks less aggressive, that's just more normal looking. And then you get like it's not a track pack, but the equivalent. And it makes it all angry with aero and that sort of stuff.
Under 9 seconds?
An 8-second quarter mile that's a big boy car.
That's quick.
That's insane.
Yes. Yeah. Clio's probably, 7.5.
There are people putting in big money into road cars with slicks and different ECU, like serious motorsport stuff to get 8-second or into
yeah.
And then the Corvette went, well, whether it does that, I don't know if this has been tested yet. Maybe by the time this goes out, it may have been tested. So
what's the
the
demon?
proof will be in the pudding.
That was 9. That was 9. So I think that was just into the 9s.
So that's quite.
I want to say. I might be wrong. Let's get the old
Dodge Demon is like for me. That's all I really know.
A Dodge Demon quarter mile is 9.65 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So
supposedly.
The Demon 170, 8.9.
Wow. I don't know if that's
that is AI overview again.
Lovely.
Which is as good as Ben's information, I'd say.
So
fantastic.
Very, very cool. America, like fair play.
Fair play, America.
Whatever.
As always.
But that's just them just adding more power to things all the time and going, you know what? Stuff your electric. Actually, no, sorry. It's partially electric, but still. What other news do we have? Ferrari There's a new Ferrari coming.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have wheels.
What? Is this... I saw you put something in. Is this a boat?
It's a Ferrari hypersail.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, I saw them. They put in a patent, right?
No, I think they've sort of revealed it as in like, yo, we're coming out with this soon.
Yo, we do boats now.
So it's called a hypersail, which I believe is the name relates to. So the hyper is like because of the hypercars, as in like the motorsport, like Le Mans, kind of stuff. And it's I've forgotten the name.
Boat is what they call it.
What's the name? Where they got the thing underneath and they lift out the water.
Catamaran?
No. Hyper. Hydra.
Lilo.
Boat. Hang on. Boat.
I don't know. Boats.
Hang on. Boat that flies.
Oh, pedalo.
Boat that flies. Boat that flies. Talk about yourselves.
Aeroplane.
What's it called? Hydrofoil.
Oh, okay.
So hydrofoil. It's like, as far as I'm aware, my chimp brain explains it as
top
it,
left.
it's
Full foiling. Full foiling saber.
There we go. Yeah, foiling. I don't know what that means.
Foiling.
But a hydrofoil is cool. I've been on a hydrofoil somewhere in Italy once.
Wow.
It's very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
No, it was like a ferry boat.
Just out on the Ferrari boat, is it, Will?
Yeah.
But have you ever seen one?
A boat? Yeah.
No, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, if you just go down the seaside.
I've seen a video of them.
Have you seen a hydrofoil?
Not in person.
They're
I've seen a
very
video.
cool. Because they lift out of the water.
Why do they lift out of the water? What's the point? That's like saying
I'm assuming
I've got
it's
a plane
to do-
that drives on the road.
Now, I don't know, and I'm not researching this. So I'm going to say what I think in my head. And someone in the comments is going to go, you're a stupid idiot, monkey brain fool. Surely, because it's like less boat.
Yeah, that's what I was
water.
thinking. Logically, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But you know what it is? It's just Ferrari going, now who do we sell to? We sell to rich people. Okay, what do rich people like doing? I don't know, boats.
But you know, it won't have an engine.
Because it's wind.
It's a sailboat.
Wow. What is
So
it?
apparently it'll be like one of the first of its sort of type and size and weight and whatever to be fully renewable.
You know,
and-
we talked before about when Ferrari make electric cars that their copywriters for their websites are in trouble.
Yeah.
They must be swinging at the air right now.
Although I think because it's all like, I don't know if it's carbon, but they'll have lots of carbon in it.
Okay, so
and
they can
whatever
talk.
else. So
But
they
yeah,
can talk
whoever's-
about materials and stuff.
Looking at engine stuff, I still cannot. What can I do?
I don't know if they've ever made boats before. I think they might have been part of boats.
They made the Mondial.
But I think they did a Riva something once. I can't
Really?
remember. But yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe they used an engine or something. Not like Lamborghini where they go, hey, yo,
Hey, you want a boat?
we're going powerboat racing.
We go.
I remember seeing powerboat racing once. I was on the Isle of Wight and I just heard this ridiculous noise and they were doing a powerboat race near there. And I found out that they had Lamborghini V12s.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Boats weren't on my radar.
I can get onto
But a
boats.
Lamborghini V12 boat.
And do you know what? We have the crew in the background today, as a chosen by Ben, and in the new crew, you can choose boats. That's a segue.
Oh, in the second crew, you can, yeah.
There you go. Great.
Now, guys, please, all the creamers, let us know, or the breamers, the boats rule everything around me.
All
Let us
the
know if
breamers?
boats rule or
Bream?
ruin. That's a fish.
That
That's
is
a fish. That's a fish.
Yeah, lovely.
The breamers.
Shit, we're
Yeah.
going to have to copyright that.
Yeah, we're going to have to get on
Bream.
that quickly.
Also, us doing a boat podcast.
Please
So,
no.
What's that thing, that boat that flies?
Is it also because then it's less bouncy on the waves?
Oh, perhaps.
be.
You know what, Ben?
Is it lift? It's a bit. It's like
No, it's a boat.
it's the opposite of downforce,
Okay.
but from under the sea.
No, that's your
What
thing.
area
You're
is
thinking of Ariel.
You're thinking of planes? This is different to cars
I don't
again. Okay, great.
Maybe we can't do boats.
It's very hot in here.
Would you like another piece of news?
Yes,
This
please.
is from you, Benjamin.
Yeah, here we go.
Koenigsegg Sadez Spear.
Yes, that is cool. That is I believe it's a Koenigsegg Jesko. I don't know how it's pronounced.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's the one. Which is a track focused one. It looks quite cool.
30 of them.
Yeah, cool.
Then now, in my head, Jesko, there's like 2 Jeskos in the world. It's funny. Like I think of a CCX. Okay, there's 20, whatever. Well, yeah. But a Jesko to me, that's still a concept car. I don't know what it is. There's a generation of Koenigsegg that I never feel like actually went out.
Well, I think like the Regera is a bit like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's not.
Which I'm not that keen on the Regera, but like it felt like some people like there are some you've seen many times, but they never sort of actually went out there.
Sorry,
And
deleted
then
it.
what was the other thing? Oh, the Gamera.
Gamera,
I don't think that
I read-
anyone's got a Gamera.
I
yet.
read the other day they start deliveries on those.
They have.
Apparently, but I don't know.
But this is what
I
I
don't
mean.
know.
Koenigsegg seem to kind of just quietly go out into the wild.
Yeah.
And I guess
But then
it's,
like years pass
Yeah.
before you see anything about it.
I saw the Jesko when it was announced at Geneva, and that was in 2019. That was 6 years ago.
You went to Geneva?
We've had this
talked about
conversation
this
before.
before.
No, but you actually went to Geneva and you saw that?
Motor show,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was then.
Yeah, I went 2019. The last
Fair.
time they did it actually in Geneva, and it was like before it all changed, basically.
I shouldn't feel like this, but when I see a Regera, I don't feel anything.
Same.
No, same.
I really don't.
But a Jesko,
I think if I saw a Jesko, I would be more excited by a Jesko than I would by a Regera.
You did see a Jesko the other day.
yeah.
Yeah, but like, if you saw one in the wild, if you just saw a Jesko on the street, but if I saw a Regera, I'd kind of be like,
God.
if someone said that a Regera went past, you missed it, I wouldn't be as annoyed.
No, I actually don't think I would.
Cool.
But why is that? Because it is, in theory, even more.
I know it's amazing and whatever, but that gearbox thing ain't for me.
Okay, but then let's say what is it? What's the? No, Jesko is the one you do like.
Jesko I do like, yeah, because that's got actual...
Let's say someone says that, you missed the Jesko, or you missed a CCXR.
Oh, a CCXR.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I agree with.
CCXR.
Yeah, whack.
Jesko Absolute is... I built a Lego one of those when you guys were away on holiday.
Really?
Yeah, it's sick.
It's the older dolls. It's the Koenigsegg you grew up with.
Meanwhile, people in the 90s, well, I mean, CC8. Okay, cool. So there is a new, as with most weeks, there is a new hypercar.
There is a new hypercar, 1600 horsepower on E85
cool.
and 1280 horsepower on regular diesel.
Asked for the Nikon.
Is it? It's called C.R.E.A.M or something. I know. I read again. It could be not true at all. It's something like because the Jesko is named after his dad or something, right?
Whose dad? Christian von Koenigsegg's dad? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's called. I don't know if that's right, but
it's
like
Jesko
a horse. It's named after like the horse he had or something.
Okay.
Don't know.
Okay, fine.
But I thought it was interesting. Quite a cool name.
But you don't know what the name is.
So you didn't research that.
C.R.E.A.'s Spear. No, I don't know. It was like 2 weeks ago.
TikTok brain.
I scrolled past it.
Okay, what else we got?
That's Koenigsegg. Lotus ending UK production.
Read that as well. I read that in the Financial Times.
Wow.
Financial Times are the ones that...
We go away for 1 week and Ben starts reading Financial Times.
I'm building Lego.
He's the fastest driver on track.
He's surely an old man by now.
Yeah, got the Amira coming next week.
I don't usually have much free time, so I had a nice bit of free time to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to read the Financial Times and build Lego.
Look, can a brother read the Financial Times?
But I read that apparently they're ending UK production because they're owned by a Chinese company now.
So they're going over to there.
So I would assume so. I didn't read that far.
It's apparently... It's rumoured.
Okay.
So apparently, so the source is like someone close to the people who run it and how they're thinking right now, basically.
Okay.
It's on the table and they're not like again, but by now, by the time this podcast goes out, it may well be the case. But they're basically going, yo, we might shut down Hethel.
Sad.
Which is kind of sad because that's Lotus.
That's been for a long time.
Electra, as far as I'm aware, isn't made here.
Okay.
That's Chinese, but I think the Amira is.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's kind of sad.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, if the cars get better, then fine. But you could surely they won't.
But also the thing is,
they can get Mora.
I would assume
Imora.
That all the electric SUVs they're probably based on some not necessarily a platform, but like a technology they shared amongst Geely, or I think it's Geely that owns them.
I think so. Yeah.
So like realistically, if you're manufacturing all of your electric cars in China anyway
and sending them over to get built,
Geely's part of a bigger company, I think, that owns loads of others.
Geely is massive
because they also own the people who make the London cabs as well.
Yeah, and
a few other
and Polestar.
Oh, is it?
Actually, Polestar maybe not, but Volvo definitely.
Yeah, so they're just out here making cars.
Geely own Volvo, Lotus, Polestar, Lynk & Co, Proton, Smart through a joint venture with Mercedes, the London Electronic Vehicle Company, which is the taxis, Radar/Radara, and Geometry. They also have a significant stake in companies like Gedo Auto and Horse Powertrain, a joint venture with Renault.
Oh wow!
No idea what that means.
So interesting, but sad because Lotus was one of the. It's you can kind of look past it when a British brand gets bought and they're owned by someone else that's not British, but at least they're still basically built here.
Yeah,
it's just like Land Rovers are still built here, and Astons and whatever else. But then they're going to go, you know what? We're taking this whole thing away from you.
Yeah, bye.
We see some potential in them. That's a bit sad. We have got Luca de Montezemolo.
Okay, yeah.
I think that is. So he was with Ferrari, I want to say their Formula One team for a while and other bits. But he was actually Enzo Ferrari's assistant back in like the 70s. And he's now with McLaren.
Interesting.
And not McLaren F1 either. Not the motorsport team. He's on the road cars part, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
I had no idea of that.
Yeah. So I read about it and I almost dismissed the news because I was like, I think my dad actually sent it to me. And I read it and I was like, oh, it's going to be Formula One, whatever. And then I read it and apparently, so at the moment, he's a director on the board. So I don't think there's any confirmation as to like what he's actually going to do. And in his like statement thing that he said, my heart is still red, still Ferrari.
Right. Also, people at McLaren, hey,
But he's on the board, so I don't really know how that's going to affect. But there's some brain power there.
Yeah, that's
and
good.
obviously, I think McLaren are going through a fair bit of change to try and do lots of different things. I could imagine there might be a 4x4 at some point.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's always gonna happen. It's got to happen.
You just knew that was going to happen. But that is interesting news. We'll monitor that with great detail. What else we got? The new Bentley logo, Ben. You put this in.
There's a new Bentley logo?
Yeah, they've updated it. If you can pull that up. It was today, actually, I saw that.
I actually feel like an old man. Time's moving too quickly for me in terms of car news.
I quite like it. It's like just a modernized
5
version.
5 hours ago.
But it has less feathers.
Oh, I don't like this at all. Here we go.
Top one is a new one.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that.
I like that.
I don't like how it's getting more...
If no one told me about it, I would never have known.
No, me too.
Yeah, I think I would have just thought it was, it's always been like that.
Yeah.
But that, like this in the middle, that's kind of so for those listening, imagine a Bentley logo, but it's more simplified, it's more smooth. It almost looks like a crystal, that instead of the wings looking like wings, they look like a crystal sort of structure, glass sort of thing, which is interesting.
It looks like in Star Wars when you blast the hyperspace. And it goes like...
That's actually kind of fair.
Is that true?
But the other ones look like that as well.
But the
early one.
Thing is, though, it looks like Aston Martin now.
I want to know why.
Okay.
Like, I can get it if you go, right, we're rebranding and I'm changing the logo
The
entirely.
whole thing.
But what does that do? It must do something.
Yeah.
Someone has gone, right, there's value in this, but what are we doing here?
Or it's from a design point of view where it's like, well, this doesn't actually match the look that we're going for.
Yeah.
We want the whole, it's like what do you call it, like startups, where it's like, we all have to be a team player. We all got to dress the part.
Yeah.
Where it's
But could you imagine if like Ferrari or Lamborghini did that?
Imagine.
I know there's been probably versions of, but essentially it has been the same.
It's Ferrari, but it's written in Comic Sans, and it's a modern 3D. What do you call it? Like a vectorized thing of a horse. It looks super hyper realistic.
But that happens all the time. Like football teams do it, and different brands go, you know what, we're going to change your logo. Surely, some of the most value, like heritage wise, it's just to have your some of the best about Rolls Royce. I guess has probably had some revisions.
Can you pull up?
There you go. Sorry, I've just not to be mean to anyone, but I've just pulled up a thing that I just put in Ferrari logo modernized, and it's this. Sorry, can we see that?
What the? You know what? That's a Pro Evo football team.
Yeah, so that's my point, is that it always tends to just it loses the thing that a logo is simply there to make you know what the brand is.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be modernized.
Yeah.
Unless it feels stuffy and old, but I don't know.
I guess that I don't mind this one too much because, again, had no one told me, I would never have known. So it's not, again, if someone said, if the Ferrari logo has changed ever so slightly, I've never noticed, therefore I don't care. Whereas I like the Jaguar one. They've gone, right, we are going to change this entirely.
Yeah.
And now we're using upper and lowercase in our logo because we are half-wits. What
else we got?
Bentley logo. We've got the Mansour Ojjeh.
Mansour Ojjeh's collection. So Mansour Ojjeh was instrumental in creating not only McLaren Formula One, but also in basically setting up McLaren as a road car brand in the late 90s and early 2000s. And because of that, I think he's one of the directors on the board. He essentially had the best of every single McLaren road car ever built. And have you seen this?
I've seen this because they're all the same color.
They're all the same color. They are I can't remember if it's candy orange or it has a specific name. He ordered all of his cars to be in this color. Think of it like the McLaren orange, but bright metallic, like candy orange. Tom Hartley Jr. has consigned essentially the entire collection for sale, and it is absolutely wild. I will pull it up.
How much is it?
Yeah,
wow.
I mean, is the answer.
Is it a POA?
It's going to be a big POA. I mean, his McLaren F1 is, I think it's chassis 74. It's one of the last, if not the last car.
That's Forza Motorsport colour.
It really is.
F1.
So there you go, Ben. These are all of his cars. So on the screen right now, I'm going to zoom in. So we've got McLaren F1. We've then got, what is that? What's this on?
Is that a Sabre?
Is that a Sabre? This here, Will?
That, I think, is a Sabre.
And then behind it, we've got, what's that, 720S?
720 or a 50, I think that might be.
Speedtail?
That's 720 at the back.
Speedtail.
What is this? A Senna GTR?
And a
720 Spider.
720 Spider.
675 or
600 LT. 650S.
675, I think that is.
650.
We've got another P1 GTR. We've got a 600 LT MSO. This is a Spider, a P1, an Elva.
That P1 is really quite nice.
It's really cool. The only thing I don't like is he's had the things that are usually black or carbon.
Yeah.
He's had them color matched. What's that? A 650S?
I think that
But
is
with the LM?
I can't see.
Oh, that is a 650. Sorry, because that has the side is different.
With the LM kit. Then we've got
It's a 720.
No, what's that?
765.
600 LT Spider. Basically, all of the McLarens ever that you'd ever want.
All the big boys.
And when I say he preserves them in the most perfect condition, they are lovely. So I'm so excited to see what this.
Can we get a guess on the price?
All of it?
Guess.
All of the money? I don't know. Well, realistically, I don't actually think that there are that many in there that sell for that much more than, like, realistically, the F1 is the crown jewel.
I think it's 55 mil.
F1
20 mil, right?
Yeah, but then what else is going to bring that much more?
Speedtail's like a few mil.
P1?
P1's like 1 point. Well, it depends how nice it is. 1 to 2, surely.
I'm going to call it
Elva
35 to 40.
155.
But yeah, the
30 plus, surely.
what a cool collection of things. Also, commitment to the cause. You
Picking orange.
You can't start and then go, you know what, I don't actually like that colour anymore.
A couple of black ones in there.
Yeah.
And they don't even have that one's not got orange, the correct.
No, he's got nothing.
What happened in that one?
He went, I'm tired of this
Ran
orange.
out of paint.
Well, mate, Mansour, we've got none left.
So apparently the colour is, the shade of orange is called C.R.E.A.M. Would you like me to spell this?
Equum, yeah.
Would you spell this for you? It's YQUEM.
Yeah.
Someone say that. YQUEM? That's a sort of band. Which is later renamed by McLaren to Mansour Ojjeh.
Yeah, exactly. But what a cool thing.
And that's our last F1, apparently. That one.
Yes, it is right at the end. I think it's chassis 74. I might be wrong. But so, yeah. Cool. I just saw it pop up. I was very excited by it.
Very, very cool. And lots of money and bread. We won't be at the auction.
We won't be at the auction.
We might watch it.
You're with great interest. Yeah,
we will watch your career with great interest.
We'll chuck a bid in. We'll see what happens.
We'll get the starting bid. Let's get the numbers rolling.
Come on. Well, $1,000?
What else have we got here? Benjamin, I saw one from you.
Hi.
I saw one from you. Ferrari delays electric car because no one wants one.
Now, is this you?
I said it a while ago now. That was Ferrari delayed an electric car because no one wanted one.
Interesting.
okay.
No, they had one they were launching meant to be quite soon, and they said they're going to delay it because basically they want to focus on other stuff because no one actually wants electric cars.
Interesting.
And they think
now, as far as you've seen, is that an electric Purosangue? Or is that a completely new
I think it was
car?
an SUV, but again, I'm probably wrong.
Because it makes the most sense to go for the car that is selling the best to make that electric. It's what has worked for Porsche and everyone like that. So I wonder if that, in which case, fine. I don't care that much for the Purosangue anyway. I actually see quite a lot of positive stuff being spoken about people who own them, about people who review them. But I don't know that it'll ever get me. It's cool. The V12 one. Cool.
I think there'll eventually be a V8 one, which makes sense.
Yeah.
A bit like so it'll be like Urus type level where it'll have the twin turbo V8. It's more interesting than the Urus twin turbo V8,
exactly.
Which is an Audi twin turbo V8.
But at the same time, it's unfortunately for people like us, it's hard to admit, but the most boring ones are always the ones that sell. The Ferrari Californias, the Portofinos, those are the ones that actually move volume, and that is what keeps car manufacturers alive.
I'm willing for them to exist for that reason.
Exactly.
But
fine.
I will still hate them.
Yeah, exactly.
I can still hate them. I have free will.
Speaking of, I put it in here. This was actually from a few months ago. The California man. Now, we pulled up to a petrol station. Ben wasn't actually here. We were with Jay, our other videographer that helps out sometimes. And we pulled up to a BP station. And there was, let me paint this picture. Ben, you weren't there. Lovely summer's day. BP station.
Sweating.
And I want to call it an Azuro something, but a light bluey silver California Ferrari, early one.
Yep.
We're talking bottom of the barrel, cheap one. I'm going to pull it up.
Proper
1 second.
California.
Here you go. There it is. This is it. This is the guy right here. This man, this car, right there.
Yeah.
He's your meat.
Wasn't it white?
No, I think it was this. It was silvery blue.
I thought it was white.
Nürburgring blue.
No, because there is something that was white with cream interior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, when we got out of the car, we all said as we were walking in, let's play a game. Spot the Ferrari California owner, because it's a BP station that's quite big. There's like 30 pumps there. So it's busy in that shop. And as we walked through the door, all of us in unison said, found him. And Ben, could you think, what is that man looking like? Or woman?
Just paint
me a picture of what a California is.
He's an older fellow.
Sure.
Probably quite posh British.
Mm-hmm.
He's got long blonde hair.
Interesting.
Okay.
He is freshly shaven.
Okay.
He is wearing bracelets. He's wearing, do you know what he's wearing? He's wearing loafers, no socks.
Yeah.
He's wearing like chino shorts. They're a little bit too short. They're not so short that it would be socially unacceptable.
Yeah.
And he's wearing a sort of like pinstriped shirt, but he has 3 buttons undone and the sleeves rolled up.
Benjamin, you are quite nearly perfectly on the money. Oh, it was White Will. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. It was.
I can't quite see him. I'm not. We can't show him.
Now
we can't go around showing
what he
people.
is. He was a bald man.
Oh, bald.
Very similarly aged.
Yeah.
He had his sunglasses on in the shop. He was wearing them in the shop.
Yeah.
They were very Italian holiday sunglasses. Yeah. The shirt was undone. It was a kind of a cloth white shirt.
It's like a linen type thing.
Yeah, undone 3 or 4 buttons. And they were both sort of looking shoes. And he walked around with the swagger of a man who thought he owned the world.
Yep.
And it became a thing that we're now looking to judge people, is what we're trying to do. So now whenever we get out of the car, we look for a car that's perhaps something of interest and we try and find the person.
I reckon I'm going to call it 7 times out of 10. Just to remove any sort of error from it. I could pick out the owner of a car.
Yeah.
And I'm probably talking more on the enthusiast side there. I know people, you see this on like, there's videos on the internet where people do this and they always pick like this is the priest who drives a Corvette ZR1 or whatever. But like, look, that's not what we're, I'm going for the majority.
Yeah.
I reckon I could judge the California driver almost 100% of the time.
Always. He's always going to have those jangly bracelets. They're always going to be there. But yeah, there you got it. You got it as well, Ben.
It's the classic.
It's what they're doing. Next, what we got?
Ben, you've put in here BMW MPG gauge.
Yes. I was driving back the other night, and so my X5. The dials you've got your rev gauge.
Yes.
Needed, I think.
Yeah.
Decent, important to have. You've got your speed gauge.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, perfect. Now I've got 2 more main gauges. I've got my fuel.
Sure.
Fine.
Nice.
Temperature gauge for coolant.
Lovely.
All good. And now there's a little space at the bottom, which of the rev gauge, which is just open. And rather than putting anything there, they decided to put a live reading of an MPG, but it's just a needle. So what a pointless invention! What a stupid, pointless invention.
Explain how it works for people.
You accelerate, the MPG goes down to like 10 on the needle, and then you let off, and it goes back up to plus 50 plus.
Has that?
It's a swinging needle. Yeah,
and
I just don't remember that.
All it ever does is it goes. You accelerate, it goes down to nothing. You let off, it goes up to 1,000,000 MPG, and then if you're on the motorway, it goes, yeah, mate, you're getting about 48 MPG, and then you look at your MPG reading on the digital screen, which also exists, and it says 34 MPG.
Also, it's just lies.
Yeah.
What a pointless invention.
I have been living under an illusion for the last however many months about the Range Rover that I've been getting 30 plus MPG.
And
I decided, I've been putting this off big time. I was like, I don't want to know.
Did you do a real calculation?
I thought I'm going to fill up, do reset the miles and then figure out how much fuel I've used. So an actual calculation.
What's the number?
I'm probably averaging about 22.
Oh,
and the car is telling me I'm averaging like between 30 and 32.
It's going, what? I mean, I swear you got more than that.
Honestly, like what?
Oh,
so
no.
You used all that fuel in these miles?
No, 36, 32 was like a minute ago though.
I would be okay with it if it was out by 2 or 3. But to be out by almost 10
by
MPG,
10.
I was a little bit, and it kind of made me pause for a moment, and I went, why am I driving this?
Also, what is it calculating?
It's what I tell everyone. Everyone will say, well, that must be ridiculous driving that every day. I'm like, nah, it's fine. 8 speeds, I'm cruising at like 1,500 RPM. I'll get like 30 plus.
Meanwhile, you at the petrol station, why am I filling up so often?
I think if I was to be more frugal, I would probably get better. But I'm not.
Because also, when you have my X5, would you get 28?
I was getting 27, 28.
Yeah, I get 34. 34.5 apparently.
Must be that seating position.
I changed it now.
It's the drafting on the motorway.
There's something here. It says, "Don't read this part."
Great,
just so I can remember fitment. Do you want to read it anyway?
No, you're supposed to read the first bit, but not the last bit.
Imported MPV.
Yeah.
Oh, don't read this part. The bit that
says don't read this part.
All right, okay. Imported MPV. You've put here, Edwin. What does that mean?
I was thinking about this. You see the incredibly expensive imported Japanese
An L Grand.
an L Grand or an Alphard
Nice.
or
Yeah.
something of the like. Why is it that they always have incredible fitment?
Oh, yeah.
Because they always have aftermarket
Yeah,
wheels,
they do.
and they are always sat perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it annoys me. Why is it that normal people who buy cool cars in the UK can't seem to get a handle on fitment? I see something that has 17 meters of gap between the arch, and then it has 295s on a 4J wheel. What are we doing here? Meanwhile, these cars are coming across with perfect arch to rim lip. It is simply perfect.
And they've got 8 people in it and no rub.
And no rubbing.
No rub.
But why? I can only assume it's because they come over from Japan like that.
Yeah.
But what's going on?
Who's dialing in the fitment on the Alphard?
Someone has got my dream business in Japan who
Yeah.
just sorts out fitment.
But somehow he's only doing it on...
For some reason,
Yeah.
someone's nan comes in for an oil change, and he goes, "Do you want me to slam that on some Crancies, by the way? Because I can do that for you if you want." And they're going, "Sure, yeah,
Great.
why not?
Then send it across.
You know what? Send it to England.
And then a man is going to buy it and just put his family in
Just
it.
fill it with kids." Just-
Whoa! Okay, I think... Okay. Benjamin, you put a Volvo horse here.
Sorry, that is a wild. Please tell me you don't remember what that is.
It's not the Volvo Moose, is it?
Oh, the horse on the motorway.
Oh,
so
that horse.
We were on the motorway in Edwin.
Yep.
And cruising,
Yeah,
motorway speed 70 miles an hour.
yeah.
No more.
No doctors.
Yeah.
No nothing.
Saw like up ahead the traffic was slowing,
Mhm.
but I could see in the distance the traffic was going fine again. So I
Yeah.
thought, okay, something's happened. It's just happened. So
Yeah.
like obviously no one's responded. There's been a crash of sorts. Okay, so I pull up to it, and like obviously as you go past it, you have a little look, like just to see if everyone's okay.
Well, have a look.
Like everyone looks. And I looked, and it had been a very hot day, and I truly thought I was hallucinating.
Yeah.
It was just a dead horse in
Yeah.
the middle of the M4.
It was quite surreal because there was it had just happened, so there were people like getting out of cars and running over, and what I saw was an XC40 with its front end obliterated. And my first
Thought he
thought,
said horse.
XC60.
my first thought was it 60?
Yeah, big boy.
Ooh, all right, fine. My first thought was to do this sort of damage to a Volvo, someone's come off bad from this. And I was looking for the other car because I didn't want to spend time looking. I wanted to get home. And then I just saw a horse in the middle of the road, and it was to be honest actually very sad. But it was a large adult horse. It wasn't a small one. This guy was the size of an XC60.
It was in the paper the next day. What is 1940s?
I read about it in
the milkman told me on
But
his
it was
route.
on the news of sort
I
of like
heard
local
in the
news.
pub.
And it apparently, because when I drove past it, I thought, oh, sure, there's a horse box that's crashed. Like, is everyone okay? Everyone in this situation was completely fine. They're all still by the side of the road.
Yeah.
Well, they may have been a little bit hurt, but
Yeah,
no-
the
no
horse
one-
wasn't great.
No,
Yeah.
horse wasn't great.
But the horse was just like fully on the road, like nothing. And there was no horse box, and apparently it jumped over onto the
Jumped the
motorway and
fence.
got hit, which is crazy.
that is
Wait, so where did the horse box come? So it didn't come out of the horse
No,
box?
it jumped
No,
in the
no.
forest next
Jumped
door.
over.
So
Jumped
where
out
does the horse box come into play?
No,
Or did they come to collect it?
I looked for one to
No,
see if
there
there was
wasn't.
like,
sorry,
a car
I see,
crash with a
okay,
horse in the
I
back
see,
of
I
it.
see, I see.
Horses just, which actually was really quite sad.
Yeah.
But I looked. The reason I put it in here because I looked over at this XC60, and granted that thing is a write-off, but that has hit a horse at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And all of the people on the side of the road, I don't know the details of what happened, but
But they were walking.
by the looks of it,
they
it looked like everyone was fine.
Yeah.
And that, you know what, Volvo, if you're going to hit a horse at 70, because if that was like a VW up or something.
That's the new advert for Volvo. You can hit a horse at 70 with one of these, by the way, and you'll be fine.
But do you know what I mean? Like, you're hitting a full-size horse.
Yes.
It's like hitting a wall.
It's the new end cap rating.
I said to my girlfriend, who was like 10 minutes behind, if she had have hit that in her bath, and done.
Yeah, you're done for. You're actually done for. So I thought, that's impressive.
Very impressive.
But yeah, luckily, I think it looked like everyone was okay. The car was hurt, but
Wow.
this is the front of it.
Way to bring the mood down, Ben.
Sorry,
Crazy.
yeah, it was
Dead
quite
horses
sad.
and all sorts.
I
I put in here, this is a screenshot I saw, a comment from someone called Ollie's Adventures 185. And this is from, I was talking about making car radar, which
Yes.
in hindsight is not going to happen, but I want it to happen. And he said, instead of car radar, what you need for identifying exhaust noises is car Shazam.
Now that would be great.
Now, car Shazam, I like. Now, but the problem with car Shazam is that there are some cars that will have the same engine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, imagine it's
Hurricane
like a
or an
Hurricane
R8.
R8. But you're not getting that with music.
No.
You're not going, oh, this is the same.
This could be Bob Dylan, or it could be Avicii. I'm not too sure.
This is the same song by different people. Exactly the same. But I like that. The technology would be quite, it's not that easy to make.
No.
You should record every single car on Earth.
Someone with a 1.6
Oh, see,
diesel.
yeah.
Yeah, mate, rev it up. Now I need you to do a flyby 2 miles in the distance.
But with the power of AI,
Surely.
someone can make this happen.
Surely.
Even if it's just for the interesting cars.
You know what?
I'm not expecting to
You know what?
understand the
Just-
1.7 combo van.
Chuck an AI through a Saab Kyle, through the Saab Kyle library, and you'll have those startups and revs.
Now, there's news
Here we go.
about your common
Yes, there
your,
is.
your
And
thing. We
thankfully
had some
people,
news.
yeah, a few different people. This was the week before, I mentioned that I was being tortured by filming. A lot of people who actually work for it said, here is what it is, just for you. Please don't tell this on the podcast because I'll get in trouble. I said, fine, because it was just for me anyway. And then Amazon Prime UK posted a reel of celebrities, I assume. I
Actors.
clicked on the reel. I was like, I've got no idea who any of these people were. But lo and behold, a load of cars parked on Greenham Common doing skids and nuggets. So yes, it's called My Fault 2. I think it's a
season 2 or whatever, or film 2.
which is about. There's been a second. It was a series I believe is about cars, but also romance.
So we've got a Super Impreza.
Yep.
We've got a Focus ST Mark II. So 5.
You know what? And where's it being filmed?
It's being filmed.
It's being filmed in.
They must have found one of those easy.
You know what?
Just
One of the
right.
extras fell through, and they just walked out onto the curb and went, "Is anybody? Yeah, Mark II Focus coming."
Whoa. Bang, bang. We've got a 200SX. We've got 200SX, one with a 2J and the other with an SR20.
Yep.
And then E46 M3. 2 of each, and they get swapped out when one gets crashed.
Lovely.
So yeah, they solved.
Yeah, solved.
Problem solved.
Thank you very much for letting me know.
I'm always amazed at how many people we have listening that work on movies and actual movies.
On serious things. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I did Fast and Furious. Yeah, no, we're going to do James Bond. And then they just go and listen to the C.R.E.A.M podcast.
The TVR that we're modifying that I'm putting the turbo on, I needed a custom ECU, and there's a guy called Phil from Extra EFI who is a wizard. He is an actual engineer who builds things. And I messaged him and he went, yeah, I love TDC. I was like, and I literally said to him, why do you, as someone who's smart and does things that are proper, listen to our bullshit?
Now, I've got 2 points here that have been put in separately. We're going to have to go over these, I think, at the same time.
Here we go.
The first one from Ben.
Yeah.
You've put in here, Benjamin, squirters.
Okay.
Can you immediately just tell me what's going on
I'm
there?
going to find a message from my DMs.
Oh, okay.
Give me just 10 seconds.
Oh, that's a tough. Bruce putting up photos.
Bro's putting up he's putting up the evidence. He's coming with receipts.
I'm so sweaty.
Is this in reference to squares?
That's why I
Or?
let everyone know I'm so sweaty.
Okay.
I am unwilling to move from my current pose.
There is just down to the right a Neo Tools air compressor with a gun on the end of it that we have just been building up pressure in the tank and then spraying ourselves with air to cool down. We have ordered an air conditioner for the next one.
I am slightly worried that Ben's searching his DMs for a squirters message. Which is,
Ben, tell the creamers honestly, have you typed into your Instagram search squirters?
No, I'm not that stupid. I am quite stupid, but
what have you searched for then?
He's just scrolling.
I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Okay.
You can't find it, but
I
give us
know what it was.
Give us the
so
gist.
we've mentioned edging. We've mentioned throwing it back.
Of course.
Bussing, creeping,
Bussing,
edging,
creaming.
throwing it back.
Please,
bouncing on
everyone, welcome to the team, the Squirters.
Okay, now what are they doing?
So, and I know Will hates a squirter.
I can get a picture of this one. I think I know what this
You're on
is
the
gonna
motorway.
be.
Yeah.
You're driving nicely.
I already know what it
and
is.
someone decides to unleash the full force of their washer fluid bottle all over their windscreen, and then they've squirted you with it as well. And then you've got to use your wipers.
Yeah.
And the person behind you've got to use their wipers. And then you get a couple of little drops on your windscreen, which just become streaks. Then you've got to use your washer fluid to clean them off. The guy behind you, same thing. And it's a chain that goes on
It is a
to
chain.
the end of time.
And people are squirting indefinitely.
People are squirting, and you know what? They often know more than edges do.
Really?
Yeah.
See, you know what? Every now and then, I like a squirter because it reminds me I have to squirt. Because you know, I see the drops and I go, my windscreen is dirty. It's covered in bugs.
Gag.
I gotta no bugs. I gotta clean that guy up. So you know, every now and then, but sometimes if I'm already clean, then it annoys me.
But they're throwing back the squirt. That's crazy.
I have a deep hatred for having to use washers. I hate it. I hate the mess it makes. I hate that no one has come up with a better idea
Yeah, fair.
for windscreen. I know, like there's been. I quite like it when the washer jet's in the wiper arm.
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
quite like that. It seems to be a little bit tidier.
The thing that annoys me though is that I can never have a fully clean windscreen apart from when I clean the car.
Yeah, like it's the corners.
That annoys me.
Why is no one? I think there are. Is it some lorries have that where it goes? This is for the visual watchers. It goes like this.
Ford Galaxy.
Also, yeah, Fords.
But they go out to the edge.
Yeah.
And some Vauxhalls.
But then you have the V in the top. I want a full clean.
Yeah, you do.
What was do you remember the Tesla thing? They like patented something. Obviously, it's never going to happen. The laser one.
What?
They came
Just
out with
lasers. As in a laser in space shoots down a laser beam onto your windscreen and just fries you alive.
It is a Death Star in space that just obliterates car.
It's one of those rail guns.
You may fire when ready. No, it was meant to be like a laser beam that just goes and
crazy,
cleans your whole windscreen
and just fry. But so with heat, essentially.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
so
it's so unbelievably.
If you just happen to be, I don't know, when you're working on a car and you accidentally hit the windscreen wipers while you're leaning over, you're like, oh, it just takes your hand off.
Yeah. Or if you are a squirter, your laser might go over the back of the car and
shred a pedestrian.
and just homelander a child.
Yeah, squirting's a difficult one. I don't like it.
You've tried, but you can't get it to go.
Well, it happens to the best of us.
Now, the thing is, what many people don't. This is again, you need to adjust your nozzles, and you can adjust your nozzles. It's not like what annoys me is when someone's driving down the road and they go, "Oh, okay, my windscreen." Look,
also,
check your nozzles first.
You actually made a windscreen wiper noise there. We cut back. You literally went,
adjust because your nozzle. You can get in there with like a pin or something.
Yeah.
But when they got one that's going flying off left or it's going straight over the car,
it is quite
don't
funny.
Squirt unless you've prepared.
When I do squirt, I like to
the
squirt.
7 Ps or 6.
I squirt intermittently, so I'll pull the stick towards me and it starts squirting, and then obviously it's gonna squirt on. Then the wiper's gonna push it to one side. Then you've only got half the windscreen. So then what I do is as the wiper's coming back, I then hit it again, so it pushes it the other way. So I'm just squirting in sort of like a dance.
Okay,
I hate the stuff that comes down the side.
Okay.
And it always seems to be the driver's side because obviously that's the way.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, Ben,
No,
go
go
on.
on.
Say something, cuz.
What's on your mind?
What are you going to say? That's all right. No, we can't do for it. Okay, now what's the other one then, Will?
Did you see the SSC Ultimate Aero thing?
I did, and I've got it teed up. So Ben, do you know what an SSC Ultimate Aero is?
I know exactly what the story is.
Okay, cool. So for those of you that don't know, SSC Ultimate Aero, you'd know if it was if you played Forza Motorsport, it was for a brief time, the fastest car in the world.
Project Gotham as well.
Yeah,
Project
it was.
Gotham.
Yeah, but Forza 4, I think it was in, and it was the exact spec. And I'll just pull up a normal one photo of it. It was the fastest car in the world for a long time, I believe. Now they were 206 headlights, right? I think they were
something like that. Yeah,
they were. It was a mishmash car, I believe. Now, I didn't know this until I was researching this for the video. That it was based on a Diablo kit car.
Oh,
which is why the door. If I pull up a photo of the door, it has the kind of the Diablo, the swing down in the end of the door. If that makes sense, it's got a weird design feature here. There you go. See that? That is very Lamborghini Diablo because it was kind of built on that as a shape, and it then had was it twin turbo V8 that made well in excess of 1,000 horsepower, something to that degree. And it was, for a very brief time, the fastest car on Earth.
What are they? I know what they are. I've just found out what
they're not 206?
No.
I remember this from before and I can't remember.
Benjamin, any guesses on those headlights? Now, what I will say is that they are being slightly disguised by the bodywork.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's American.
Is it Mark II Focus?
Mark 1.
It's Mark 1 Focus, that's it. Yeah, but like aftermarket ones, right?
But they could have if they'd put like you can get the I think it's either SVT or like the SD170 that are black inside.
Yeah.
They were the full chromies.
So this car was the fastest car in the world for some time, and they did sell them. But a disgruntled American owner of an SSC Ultimate Aero decided he was done with dealing with the problems of his. So he decided to smash it up something fierce. Here's a video. Here's a YouTube video of it at a monster truck kind of rally thing.
Yeah, that's like real life Robot Wars. What the hell?
So it was mashed up and crunched up, and then also I think before that, here we go, was also run over by a monster truck. Yeah. I've only got the photo of the aftermath here.
The result of which is it's
quite
completely
sad
and utterly destroyed.
So yeah, because he decided he wasn't happy with how they were treating him. I believe he couldn't get it fixed or something. There is your after photo. Apologies. No.
But this is the same company that are doing the
Tuatara.
The Tuatara.
The Hawk Tour one. Yeah, that's the one. So yeah, there's the before. I think it had some of its driveline and stuff removed. And there's the after. That's what left of the car. For listeners, Ben, how can you describe that?
Imagine a pile of car parts.
Okay, interesting.
Imagine a car that's been smashed up.
Imagine like an SSC Ultimate Aero.
Okay.
It's been to sort of imagine an owner was annoyed.
Okay.
And they took it to a monster truck rally and it got crushed. And then imagine sort of what that would like afterwards. And then I think you're about there.
You know what, Ben? You know, being the fastest has turned you into a different person.
Oh.
You're you know what, you're
hell of a brain on you.
yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'm
so warm.
Sad ting, mad ting. Ben, you put here, who has the bigger car / mod influence?
What does that mean?
Oh, this is a fun.
Tyler, you know, the day is long and the heat is hot.
I'm so hot.
Okay.
I genuinely am so warm.
Could we
talk to me then, Ben? What are you saying? Is
okay.
this a forum? Also, I just want to mention, for those of you that can't see, Ben is actually not wearing shoes.
No, I'm so hot. I can't cope wearing shoes. I'm in my socks, and this is not a clean space, this unit. My socks were white, and they are now very dark. I had a message. Basically, I don't know who it was. I'm very sorry.
Is this
I can't
a forum?
Find it. It's a question I just got DMs, and I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
It was asking myself, or was it a comment? Something. Sorry, person who commented it. Out of the two of you, who do you think has the bigger mod influence on someone like me? And what would it be?
Ooh,
what would you
on
modify?
you in particular?
The question was me, but I think someone like me. Someone who, maybe some of the creamers that are less into modifying.
I think Will probably pushes you into a
trench.
A cliff or
I push you into a really deep hole.
No. I think Will pushes you into like a genre, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
more.
makes sense.
I am more whatever car it is. I'll be like, those wheels are good. You should look at those wheels. Whereas Will is going to be like, you should build your car for this. You should. At least that's my thought.
I don't know. I think you've learned the ways. You've learned the ways of the Force.
I think we've been good parents.
Yeah,
I think we've succeeded.
I think we're ready to let you go into the wild.
Somewhat like I might need a little bit of intervention.
It's called harsh parenting.
Yeah, exactly. You think I won't backhand you if you misbehave?
Slap the shit out of you, boy.
Crazy. I need services.
I think, but again,
you need memory services.
You're a fresh mold.
Yeah,
you're ready. You're there to be impressed
I've never
upon.
felt less fresh in my life than right now.
But that's what I mean. You're mashed up now. You're done.
Yeah. Thanks.
But now you're thinking about fitment. You're thinking about which tires should be on a car.
You're thinking about track days.
Yeah,
not anymore. I'm not. Never again.
You're now thinking about these things that you didn't think about before.
Yeah,
and that's because you've had it hammered home.
Here's a question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
What would also that is a line that happens in this unit quite often. Ben, here's a question for you, and then it's followed by something horrific.
And me going, please, can we just film something?
Benjamin.
Yeah.
18-year-old you stands before you.
Okay.
You may only give him some car advice, or not even car advice, just something about cars. Tell him something. What would you take? What would you say to him?
Do you know what I say to him?
Don't do it.
Get out where you can. Realistically, though, like what would you say to him?
I actually would say to him. I'll admit this right now. I would say to him, you don't know anything.
You know nothing.
Genuinely, because I went into like Carthrottle originally. I don't know if I've told the story of my interview with Carthrottle. We can say it for another time.
You can. Well, yeah.
I'll tell a story of my interview with Carthrottle.
Name.
My interview with Carthrottle was I actually believe it was somewhat fate to get that job, because I basically was in a little bit of a situation where I didn't know what to do with my life. And I was looking at jobs, I was applying for stuff, and I put into Google, I thought, I've always liked cars. I've always wanted to work in like automotive media. I'm going to see what's available. And I looked on there, and 12 hours ago was a job at Carthrottle, and I thought I'm going to apply for that. Anyway, got a message from Alex saying, can we have an interview? I think the interview also occurred possibly 15 minutes after I had the email. I sat on it, and Edwin and Alex were there.
Crazy. Whoa.
Not quite yet. Edwin and Alex were there, and because I was going to be working under Edwin.
No, sorry. The first one was you and Jake.
It wasn't. No. I didn't meet Jake until my first day.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the job? Were you social media?
I was effectively like a junior social media person.
You actually somewhat replaced me.
Yeah, you literally did. You did replace Will,
but without me. Well, I'd left before.
But you were like, it was like replacing.
I mean,
with the junior, though, right?
It wasn't your shoes were massive.
Anyway, Alex was in charge of basically Carthrottle as a brand, and Edwin would be my like line manager. I'd be working underneath him.
Tough to see.
And basically, they were sat there, and Alex asked me the interview questions. All went okay, and then they said, "What's your car knowledge?" And I thought quite good. To which Edwin said, "Easy. What I will do is I will give you 10 cars. All you must do is identify them." And I thought, all right, who's this smug guy? What's he going to? Oh, he's going to ask me. Oh, is that a Lamborghini? Fine. Proceeded was some of the most toughing moments of my entire life.
It was actually brutal. It was mean. What I set up was a gauntlet, and it lulled them into a false sense of security.
Yeah.
So it started with like what was it? The first one was like a Gallardo,
Nice.
and it was like, yeah, cool, that's like a Lamborghini Gallardo. And then the second one was an S14, but it was a kooky, it was a facelift, and I wanted to see would they say, because we interviewed a lot of people for this position, and if anybody's watching that was in the interview, apologies, but a lot of people were shit. And that was because they would go, oh man, JDM, I love those. I had someone say that. That's a JDM is what that is to an S14.
Yeah.
But it even went as far as being I can't even remember what it is now, but there was some obscene, I put a Lamborghini Carla in. It's the early 2000s concept with a V10. Because I basically just wanted to see, if you do know about cars, just tell me what you can about it. You can say it's a Lamborghini, or you can go, oh, I know that's the concept from 2000s, whatever. Because we wanted the person to be able to potentially make videos about what they found interesting about cars. So if they had an interest in something in Formula One or whatever, cool, tell us about it. But it was quite tough. It was
Truly awful experience.
two or three like
Was it trenches?
warm-ups.
Oh no, it was awful.
And then it was curveballs for the next 10
And
cars.
do you know what it was? I remember thinking I couldn't work out whether it was worse to just get it blatantly wrong, or which I did for a few of them.
Yeah.
And then I moved on to just being like, I don't know. And I had to, and literally
Pass.
in front of, also like I'd watched Carthrottle before.
Yeah.
So like I was aware of these people. I was like, it's quite cool to meet these people. Now I embarrass myself in front of you for the next 20 minutes. I remember I messaged my girlfriend before the interview being like, got an interview at Carthrottle. And she's like, oh, that's so cool. 20 minutes later, I messaged her going, yeah, I think I might have to head back down to Job Centre because that's not happening.
This was one of the.
But look at you now, Ben.
This is one of the
fastest dot blocker in the West.
This is one of the end ones that I put in. Do you know what that is?
Is that a Cizetta?
No, it's an IXAB Mega Track.
Oh, see, I would have. My job was
That's
done.
what I mean.
Yeah.
But it felt really bad because there were some people who were clearly very nervous, as anyone would be, as I would be, who were like, nah, no, I don't know that one. And I could see that they were like just willing themselves to just work out what it was. And even Ben was like, I don't know. I don't know what that one is. But that was fine. But Ben, you know what? You got it. You got it in the end.
Well, look
I
at you
don't
now.
know how.
Still don't know
I'm
what
trying
that
to
is.
show you, the two of you were very nice about it, but it was rough for me.
It was tough.
Yeah.
But hey, you showed initiative, and that's what we were after.
But then you said to me, you need to do an edit test. I was like, oh, hang on a second. Have I messed this up entirely? But I actually genuinely believe that I'd lost it because of that.
No, you were by far not the worst. What we also made people do, and this was actually the toughest one, is we made people come up with memes on the spot.
Damn.
Oh, that was, oh my, I forgot. I locked up out my memory. Jesus Christ.
And that which we did that auditioning for Carthrottle. That was a Carthrottle classic. You went in, sat down in the meeting room, and Adman, the CEO at the time, would go, come up with a meme right now. And you had to give him they didn't even give us a format. It was just come up with a joke. It was literally someone saying to you, be funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead, be funny right now.
Tell me a joke.
See what happens.
Yeah.
And so we took a load of meme bases that were quite popular at the time. The Suez Canal one was where it was stuck. And it was the photo of the boat that was stuck in the Suez Canal with the tiny little digger trying to dig out bits of it with just a blank format. And it was just pop the photo on the screen. What would you put in this that would be funny for cars?
I forgot that happened. That's awful.
Have you repressed that memory?
Do you know when they say you experience true trauma and your mind truly blanks it out to like protect your brain? That's how I feel in this situation. That was actually awful. Also, sorry, can I just say this for a second? What is wrong with you? No one's going to be funny in that situation. You're not in the right moment. You're in a nervous interview and you can make me laugh.
Listen, man, we did it. We had to do it. We all did it.
It was the worst. Actually, I think in my one, I had to prepare memes, and then I went into the meeting. It was actually with Gabs. Gabs, who now works with us now.
Imagine explaining this to someone 20 years ago. Yeah, so you have to prepare for this job interview. What are you doing, mate? Oh, I'm just trying to come up with a meme. I'm trying to come up with a meme that's good.
But that was my early Carthrottle life, was making memes, posting and scheduling memes. And then I had to prepare like a set of 5 to 10 memes and then go into this meeting room, this glass meeting room. And it was me, Gabs, and Jake, I think, who was our manager. And I had to explain the memes. They look at the meme, and obviously I'm thinking, right, if no one laughs.
Now, what was your thought process behind that meme there?
What's this meme here?
It's very metaphysical in the way that it acts.
That's crazy.
I have saved. It's quite mean again, a mean thing to do, but we would sometimes write down the memes that they had come up with and then make them into a real thing. Some of them, as you would if you asked someone to come up with it on the spot, were truly horrible, but really quite funny because of how inane they were. So maybe next, remind me, I'll stick it in our list.
I will actually have somewhere on a hard drive, because so basically the process was come and sit in this interview, let me meet you, tell me about memes in person, answer what this random Morgan from the 1920s was, but by the way, it was only built on a Tuesday. And then after that, it was right, do me an actual edit where like there's a montage sequence, and then make me 2 memes. I will have somewhere the memes I made.
Yeah, you must have them.
I have them on a hard drive. So
Can you post them on Instagram?
Maybe if the creamers are nice, I will show one, because they are also awful, like truly awful. Where did that start?
I can't remember.
But would you like me to move on?
I would have said to myself, at 19, I don't know anything. Because
Fair,
of that, yeah.
Fair.
And then you got your job, your dream job, and here you are.
Sweating in a unit in Reading.
A creamer.
On a Wednesday evening.
I put in here, abandoned cars. I mentioned this earlier. I went to Cyprus recently. And there's not many cars there. There's lots of taxis and stuff, so there's not much interesting. Despite the fact that it's actually the same as here. It's right-hand drive, and you drive on the left, blah, blah, blah. There is a museum with the Murcielago there.
Really?
I did find that out somewhat recently. But more interestingly than that, there is an abandoned... Cyprus is like divided. There's 2 sides, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into too much detail. But one part of that is just a ghost town, like a seaside town, completely abandoned. And that happened in the 70s. This has been about 51 years it's been abandoned for. And there are cars there still. I don't think anyone's actually been in there recently to see if some of those cars are still there. But I want to know.
Yeah,
there's a Toyota dealership. This is the most famous one anyway. There's a Toyota dealership, massive Toyota sign above it, proper dealership, and it's got old Corollas and Celicas and whatever else, and they are brand spanking new, covered in dust, or like nearly new anyway, and they're just sat there,
just doing nothing,
just sat there. But I want to know what else is there. Are there garages? I would imagine surely anything of value must have been discovered and
taken or
But imagine there's a garage somewhere.
Supposedly,
got something cool.
In China, there are lots of Murcielagos that were illegally imported because of the import taxes. And instead of some countries, they'll just crush them. They'll just like destroy them. But a lot of, I believe China's one of them, they will just sit in a bonded warehouse before either until that person is released from prison so that they can choose what to do with it, or for them just waiting through legal systems. So I think there's a Koenigsegg that might still be stuck, like an Agera.
Yeah.
And I know there's a Mercy or 2 stuck somewhere that just with no miles, just brand new, just waiting. I think there was a full warehouse of Rover 75s just stuck, just waiting with no miles to go somewhere. Like those cars are cool.
Yeah,
it's the only step above a barn find.
Yeah,
it's a customs find.
Yeah. It's someone says time capsule. I imagine that's actually one of the only proper uses for it. But I just want to know. I think you can sort of walk around some of the bits now as like a tourist, but not. You can't just freely walk around the town. But I want to know: are there some like it was 74?
Yeah.
So there's not that much I'd be that interested in, but early 70s, some cool stuff.
Sorry, I'm laughing because I have found 2 of the memes that were made.
Here we go.
I just went to do a quick check. We're not going to laugh. And I'm going to tee up for the audio listeners. It is the Mary Jane Spider-Man meme format, which is Mary Jane saying, "Tell me the truth. I'm ready to hear it." Spider-Man saying something and her starting to cry. And the caption is just the word multiple. Just the word multiple.
That's not yours. That's not Ben's.
It could be Ben. It could be Ben. And then this one is the meme format is, I think it's Fast and Furious screen grab. It's Dominic Toretto looking like anxiously up from the floor, and the second page is him like looking at the floor, dejected and sad. And it's not the worst meme on earth, but still quite funny. The caption just says, "Not the oil change again." And these were the worst thing was trying to be supportive because it was even in the time even when it was happening, we weren't like, "Haha, look at this idiot." But it was hard not to be like, "It's funny." It's funny. It's
funny in a very simple way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But whatever, would many other people find it funny?
I will see. I need to see if I can find some other ones because there's some really good ones in there. What have we got next?
I'll find mine at some point. I'll try. I know what drive they're on in my house.
Benjamin, you put in here. I saw this post on Instagram. The supercar driver secret meet that we went to. So this was the last podcast. We wondered what the value of the entire event would be. Now, this isn't the entire event.
This is
entire
just
event,
the grid
just
walk.
the grid walk, which is the biggest and the besterest of everything. That number, Benjamin,
Yeah.
you've written it down here, but I'll read it.
You really, I haven't got.
257,175,000 pounds.
And that's just the X5 of Ben's in the car park.
That's just Ben's racing knowledge. Just summarised.
No,
in
but
one big
that is
paycheck.
a quarter bill of
just,
cars.
just
And
on the main straight
I reckon-
at Silverstone.
So sorry,
On that straight.
that was just the main straight.
That's just the grid walk.
You know, when
Whoa.
there was 1,000 people all over the place, everywhere, like looking at all these cars.
Yeah.
That
Because
section.
that wasn't all of the cars. If you went back, not all of the cars left the pits.
No, that's what I mean.
Like,
There was
There were multiple.
plenty of stuff.
There were
just sat-
there were the prototype
Yeah.
Veyrons. There was all sorts of stuff from those things were not in there.
include race cars in there as well.
Whoa.
I reckon you'll come
Yeah,
up
not
with
all the
a billion.
race cars were
I reckon- and then get the car
billion?
park
Do you
involved.
reckon a billion?
With the car park, everything in the car park.
Yeah,
as
the
well.
car park was a bit.
I reckon that's half a bill all in. That's crazy.
When you think there was a Miura we saw a Lamborghini Miura
Yeah.
in like the regular. It was supercar parking, but there was no one looking. It's parking.
It was just parking.
It's not show,
No.
really. We were just going through the car park, and there was some immense stuff in that car park, and then just tucked away was
just
a Miura,
just black Miura S,
just a Miura.
as you do.
Just there was some and we didn't even get to see that full car park. There was more elsewhere.
Also, Dizzy Rascal was there. Dizzy Rascal is now into cars, and I bottled it. I was
Can't
going to
believe
go
it.
and say, hi, I really hope one day that you can either come on the podcast or be in a TDC video, but I got nervous. And I don't get nervous.
Don't get nervous.
But yeah, that's just straight up Dizzy
also,
Rascal, just chilling. Ben and I were just driving back, and it was nice. We don't usually leave. We usually leave at like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Brackets looking down at the time right now.
Yeah.
But Ben and I were leaving early, so we just chilled on the way back. And I had the cruise control at 70. I put it my hand on my heart. Ben, will you put your hand on the Bible and agree we were doing 70?
Well, I'm always doing 70.
Yeah, of course. And anyway, we're on a dual carriageway. And what's up ahead? But a lizard green, GT3 RS 0.2 with the plate Dizzy. We were like, yo, that's Dizzy Rascal car. And we went past, and Dizzy Rascal was just doing 50 mile an hour on a dual carriageway. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but we were so surprised.
Yeah.
He was just chilling. He
Yeah.
was just chilling, driving.
Guy who's come out with some of the wildest tunes on
He
planet.
had nothing to prove. I'll burst you. I thought the event would end. I thought he'd be in that GT3. I thought he'd be setting a lap time home.
Yeah. But
I saw it because I saw the plate. I didn't register it, and then I went past it, and I was having a look at the car. I noticed that's Dizzy Rascal again.
yeah.
And then the plate, yeah.
Also,
makes
but
sense.
I was like another half an hour then further along, and I thought about it again. And I was like, oh, I just respect that. I'm just chilling. I'm in a GT3 RS. I'm just doing what I want. But it's quite funny. But
and he went out on track as well. He did go out.
But
in
please,
the
Dizzy
GT3.
Rascal, I want to come on the
That'd be
podcast.
so
Come on the
please.
podcast would be amazing. Now, we got a little bit excited because we saw, again, it's been a little bit of a thing, maybe particularly in the UK, where the social stuff went out, and it was like, whoa, Dizzy Rascal's just
He's into cars. Yeah.
And it was like, he went to London Concours and a
London
few other
Concours.
bits. And then there was a part of that where he says, I'm watching all the YouTubers.
Watch car YouTubers.
I'm watching all the YouTubers. And we were like, nah, he's just not
not.
watching
Is Dizzy
TDC.
Rascal a creamer?
Nah.
I don't think so.
I mean, we'll find out.
we'll find
we'll
out.
find out.
Maybe one day.
Dizzy Rascal, get on here, son.
Dizzy Rascal on the sofa with the creamers.
But please do not harass him on social media. He will then not come on the podcast if you do that. Don't do that. Shall we end with a forum?
Let's have a forum.
Benjamin, you got one for us?
I have got a DM. Hello, Benjamin. Just finished listening to the Cream Daddies podcast.
Oh, not sure.
I just
about
bought an E46 330, sorry, CI, and I love the car. Every now and again, though, I get some crazy breakdown anxiety when driving. Is this normal or am I just weird? Creamers unite.
that. I get that. I do.
I want to know if I need to know the history.
Mm.
So you can get breakdown anxiety from a car you don't trust,
Yeah.
or are there noises that you're hearing
Yeah.
that you maybe don't understand as
Fair.
well? There are sometimes I have found this in my younger years, perhaps, where I'll be driving and I'm like, I don't know what that noise is.
Yeah.
Because a particular car makes a particular noise, and you go, actually, it's quite normal. But I think it's relatively normal.
I'm bad for it. I notice every noise, every single noise. I notice it, and I immediately panic. I go, I'm breaking down on the side of the road, and you know what? It's actually, it gets worse when you've experienced the breakdown.
Yeah.
Before you're like, I really don't want to break down, but then the first time you have a proper breakdown and you're stuck on the side of the road and you don't have the AA or you don't have the tools to fix it, and you stand there helpless, you realize the next time, God, I really don't want to break down now.
I'm not
Please,
prepared
can I
for
not
this.
have this? So I have it all the time.
I have it all the time as well.
We were driving to Landau when we were on the motorway,
Yeah.
you and I, And I think I was in front of you at the time, and we were in a sort of, I'm not going to call it traffic, I call it congestion, I'd say. No one was moving left. But we were sort of stuck behind, there was a car in front, and then a lorry in front, and then the middle lane was also all blocked up as well. So no one was really moving any time. And there was just this constant rotational, like a squeak, like brakes, or something binding.
Going like...
I thought, is it me? Because I was like, I was worried about my brakes anyway.
And you just done brakes. I just done brakes.
So I was thinking, and I had my windows down because it was unbearably hot that day as well. I had my windows down, and this noise wouldn't go away.
No.
And I was overtaking a lorry, and the noise got louder, and I was like,
yeah.
But then I hit my brakes, and nothing would change. I was veering left and right, nothing changed.
I kept looking away. I was like, is he qualifying for Monaco?
Warming up the tyres. And then I was like, surely it's me. And I thought, okay, if it's not my brakes, something's going around, and I can't stop it. I have no influence on it. And this was happening for like 10, 15 minutes, and my mind was just going out of control. And it was like a B-Max or something in front. And he finally got out of the way, and I overtook him, and the noise just went away. I was like, you fuck. It was so annoying. Also, he's just driving down the road with his like brakes just binding on.
Doesn't care.
He's just wearing down his brake pad.
Yeah. No, I hate it. I will say this job is the one thing that has made me thankful. I now have less breakdown anxiety. We've driven enough terrible cars that just somehow work that I'm like, I'll make it. It'll be fine.
I think it definitely can depend on the car.
Yeah.
Imagine like if you're in like a brand, like say a rental car, which is like brand new,
you're fine.
You're never worried at all.
No.
You're thinking this is just going to perform. But whereas if you're in some sort of JLR product or a BMW,
times are tough.
Yeah, or a Renault.
I think that's a good place to end. Thank you very much for listening to this week's Cars Rule Everything Around Me podcast. We will see you next week, as ever. We're going to go and shower in cold water now.
I'm going to go and get naked.
Anyway, on that note, Cars Rule Everything Around Me. C.R.E.A.M, get the money. $1 bill, y'all.